Hey everyone, welcome back to SwitchTop. We've got an exciting lineup to talk about today. The top 25 upcoming games for Nintendo Switch and the next generation Switch 2 coming in 2025 and 2026. Whether you're sticking with your current Switch or planning to upgrade, these games are looking absolutely incredible. Let's jump right into the countdown. Morsels offers a fast-paced roguelite experience, where players control a team of small, quirky creatures called Morsels, each with unique abilities, traits, and potential weaknesses. The core gameplay revolves around capturing, swapping, and strategically deploying morsels in procedurally generated dungeons, requiring quick decision-making and careful management of your roster to survive. Levels are designed with branching paths, hidden rooms, and secret encounters that reward exploration and experimentation, while enemy encounters test both tactical thinking and reflexes. The story follows a small, overlooked protagonist, navigating a bizarre world dominated by larger, more powerful creatures, gradually uncovering a strange hierarchy and unique challenges without relying on heavy exposition. Visually, the game combines playful, expressive character design with dynamic environments that shift in tone and challenge as you progress. Repeated runs encourage mastery, as learning enemy patterns, optimizing morsel combinations, and adapting to new hazards become key to success. Morsels balances accessibility and depth, delivering a roguelite experience that is both fast, rewarding, and filled with charm, appealing to fans of tactical action and creature collection alike. Marvel Cosmic Invasion brings a fresh spin to team-based action on the Nintendo Switch and Switch 2, blending comic book flair with fluid, strategic combat. The game centers on an intergalactic threat that forces Earth's mightiest heroes to take the fight beyond their usual battlegrounds, pushing into alien worlds filled with strange energy storms and cosmic warlords. Players can switch seamlessly between two heroes mid-battle, chaining abilities for devastating combos that feel both intuitive and rewarding. Each hero plays with a distinct rhythm. Some excel in rapid melee bursts, others control space with ranged attacks or support abilities, encouraging experimentation and synergy. The campaign flows through richly detailed arenas that capture the scale of a Marvel universe under siege, while its co-op mode invites dynamic coordination between players. What makes it stand out is how it respects classic beat-em-up DNA, yet modernizes it with fluid controls, reactive AI, and layered mechanics that reward precision and teamwork. Burrow is a cozy survival adventure that captures the quiet resilience of nature and the warmth of rebuilding something lost. You play as a small mouse returning to a childhood home buried beneath layers of snow and memory. The Burrow, once lively and welcoming, now sits cold and forgotten, and it's up to you to restore it, while uncovering traces of what happened in your absence. Gameplay balances gentle exploration with meaningful survival mechanics, gathering materials, crafting warm clothes, cooking hearty meals, and reinforcing your home against the unforgiving winter. Every action feels deliberate, from venturing into icy forests for resources to building friendships with other woodland creatures who share their own stories. The atmosphere is calm yet purposeful, mixing slow-paced comfort with moments of quiet discovery. What makes Burrow stand out is how it turns survival into something tender rather than tense, transforming the chill of the wilderness into a personal journey of care, renewal, and connection.
The cold will bite and find a crack, so knit your warmth to hold it back. The bugs don't rest, they hunt and chase. Stand tall and meet them face to face.
Professor Layton and the New World of Steam marks a refined return for the classic puzzle adventure series, now reimagined for modern hardware while keeping its timeless charm intact. Set in a bustling steampunk city driven by intricate machinery and innovation, the story follows Professor Layton and Luke as they navigate a mystery that ties human ingenuity to deeper, more personal themes. Gameplay blends exploration, dialogue, and a robust array of brain-teasing puzzles that range from logic challenges to visual riddles, all seamlessly woven into the unfolding narrative. Every solved puzzle brings small but meaningful changes to the world, reinforcing the feeling that intellect and curiosity can reshape the environment. The presentation leans into hand-drawn aesthetics enhanced by soft 3D animation, creating a world that feels both nostalgic and new. As a fan of thoughtful, story-driven games, it's exciting to see the Layton series evolve without losing the sense of wonder and clever design that made it special in the first place. Mario Tennis Fever brings new energy to the series, blending accessible fun with a layer of depth that rewards mastery. The game focuses on fast-paced rallies powered by a dynamic new system called the Fever Gauge, which builds as players sustain exchanges or pull off precise shots. Once charged, it allows characters to unleash unique signature moves that can turn a match in seconds, adding tension and excitement without feeling unfair. Each court offers its own environmental quirks: slippery ice floors, gusty desert winds, or reactive mushroom pads that bounce the ball unpredictably, encouraging quick adaptation and smart play. The story mode follows Mario and friends as they compete across a worldwide circuit where the boundaries between sport and spectacle start to blur. Along the way, players refine techniques, earn new rackets with distinct traits, and unlock alternate playstyles for familiar characters. With its crisp animation, balanced mechanics, and energetic presentation, Mario Tennis Fever feels like the perfect blend of strategy, chaos, and charm.
Pair them with 38 playable characters, the most in series history, to find your own strategy. Let's see the game modes being served up. A talking flower provides riveting commentary in tournament mode.
Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade on Switch 2 reimagines the iconic Midgar section with refined controls and a hybrid combat system that balances real-time action and tactical command. You play as Cloud Strife, navigating the sprawling industrial city while leading a small group of allies against the oppressive Shinra Corporation. The remake preserves the original's mix of strategic planning and fluid combat. You can switch between characters on the fly, manage abilities, and time your attacks to exploit enemy weaknesses, while each encounter feels distinct thanks to varied enemy behaviors and environmental interactions. Beyond combat, exploration is rewarding, with side paths, hidden treasures, and character-driven moments that deepen the story without overwhelming the core plot. This version also integrates additional content that introduces new perspectives and challenges, adding layers to the narrative and gameplay. The visual presentation leverages Switch 2's hardware to render Midgar with impressive detail, from towering reactors to bustling streets, making traversal feel alive.
No freaking way!
Boss!
Get wrecked!
Yoshi and the Mysterious Book takes the series' signature platforming into imaginative new territory, combining exploration, puzzle solving, and creature interaction in a layered, chapter-based structure. You control Yoshi as he discovers a sentient book whose pages open into distinct, whimsical worlds, filled with hidden paths, environmental puzzles, and creatures that can be cataloged or used to progress. Traditional Yoshi mechanics like flutter jumps, swallowing enemies, and throwing eggs remain central, but are complemented by new abilities granted through partnerships with certain creatures, floating across gaps, activating mechanisms, or reaching otherwise inaccessible areas. Each chapter introduces fresh challenges and mechanics that feel natural rather than forced, maintaining the series' balance between accessibility and satisfying experimentation. The story gently unfolds as Yoshi helps the book explore its own mysteries, with moments of humor and curiosity that give the worlds a sense of life.
Oh no, that creature is stuck. It seems like the dandelions can absorb nutrients. Oh, they can even cause rocks to crack. Thanks to them, we were able to break.
Lost Hellden stands out as a JRPG that blends handcrafted artistry with strategic, layered combat. Set in a world where individuals are bound from birth to a mystical ritual tied to the 7 deadly sins, the game follows twin brothers, whose shared fate sets off a chain of unexpected events. Players navigate a rich, hand-painted world with subtle 3D depth, exploring diverse environments filled with secrets, side quests, and interactive NPCs that expand the lore. Combat merges real-time action with tactical pauses, allowing you to switch between party members, plan abilities, and exploit enemy weaknesses, giving each encounter weight and variety. Character growth is meaningful, with customization options that influence both battle strategy and exploration. The story balances intimate character moments with the high stakes of a world on the brink of chaos, giving motivation to every skirmish and exploration.
Action phase during which you can move and change characters freely. Like in any action game, you can perform basic attacks or use abilities. During this phase, enemies react based on your actions but do not attack you.
Witchbrook offers a fresh take on life simulation RPGs by placing you in the shoes of a young witch attending a magical academy in a bustling seaside town. Gameplay blends spellcasting, exploration, and social interaction, encouraging you to attend classes, practice magic, and experiment with potions, while forming relationships with classmates, teachers, and townsfolk. Outside the classroom, you can customize your living space, cultivate gardens, craft items, and venture into surrounding forests and coastlines in search of ingredients and secrets. The world is structured to reward curiosity, with each interaction and discovery adding to the sense that the town and its inhabitants are alive and reactive. Combat and magical challenges are woven seamlessly into daily life, offering moments of strategy without disrupting the calm rhythm of study, crafting, and socializing. Narrative progression emphasizes personal growth, mentorship, and the bonds formed in a magical community, creating a sense of investment in both your character and the town. The visual style, a warm, detailed blend of handcrafted environments and animated expressions, reinforces the cozy yet vibrant tone. Assassin's Creed Shadows expands the series into feudal Japan with a focus on dual protagonist gameplay, letting you alternate between a stealth-oriented shinobi and a heavily armed samurai. Each character offers distinct approaches to missions. The shinobi excels at silent infiltration, parkour, and precise takedowns, while the samurai dominates in open combat with powerful weapon skills and vertical movement options. The game's world is densely packed with rooftops, forests, villages, and waterways, encouraging creative approaches to traversal and engagement. Stealth, strategy, and timing are rewarded, but the game also allows more direct confrontations for those who prefer action. The story is grounded in political intrigue and personal vendettas, giving depth to every objective without overwhelming the gameplay. Environmental storytelling and cultural details make the world feel lived in, from narrow alleyways to bamboo groves swaying in the wind, enhancing immersion.
And let your blade be an extension of your spirit. Remember,
Kirby Air Riders on Switch 2 reinvents the high-speed racing and aerial action that made the original a cult favorite, combining vehicle-based gameplay with Kirby's signature charm. Players choose from a roster of familiar characters, each with unique ride types and abilities, and navigate tracks that span land, air, and sky. The core gameplay emphasizes timing, boosting, drifting, and clever use of power-ups, while also encouraging strategic interaction with opponents, whether overtaking them in a race or using special moves to gain an advantage. Beyond competitive circuits, open zone segments allow exploration and experimentation, letting players discover shortcuts, hidden items, and alternate paths that reward curiosity. Each character's abilities interact with their vehicle in meaningful ways, creating opportunities for combo maneuvers and inventive strategies. Visually, the game embraces vibrant, polished tracks with dynamic environments that react to movement, from soaring clouds to shifting terrain, giving a strong sense of momentum.
The Kirby Air Riders game is coming soon, and 2 new amiibo are also on the way. Tap them to summon figure players that you can train. Your figure players will level up.
The Adventures of Elliot, the Millennium Tales brings a fresh take on action RPGs with a richly layered world and dynamic combat. Players step into the role of Elliot, accompanied by his fairy companion Faye, as they venture beyond the protective walls of their kingdom into wild, beast-infested lands. The gameplay emphasizes real-time combat that blends fluid melee, ranged attacks, and magical abilities, with each weapon type offering distinct strategies and customization options that reward experimentation. Faye is an active partner, assisting in battle, gathering resources, and offering opportunities for cooperative play or tactical synergy. Exploration is a core element. Ancient ruins, hidden paths, and destructible terrain encourage careful observation and creative navigation. The story gradually unfolds, drawing players into a larger saga tied to the history of the land, while balancing intimate character moments with epic stakes. Visually, the HD 2D style marries pixel art charm with detailed 3D environments and modern lighting, giving each area depth and personality.
Your fairy companion, Faye, can also attack and pick up items. You can control both Elliot and Faye separately, or 2 players can control them at the same time.
Resident Evil Requiem refines the survival horror experience for Switch 2, blending tense exploration with calculated combat and resource management. Players step into the shoes of a vulnerable protagonist, navigating a city steeped in decay and mystery, where danger can emerge from every shadowed alley, abandoned building, or crumbling station. Gameplay emphasizes careful observation, with limited ammunition and supplies, forcing players to choose between confrontation, stealth, or avoidance. Environments are richly detailed, featuring interactive objects, hidden paths, and subtle environmental cues that reward attention and strategy. Combat is deliberate, requiring the use of firearms, improvised weapons, and defensive maneuvers, while enemies are designed to challenge timing and awareness, rather than brute force alone. The story unfolds gradually, revealing the human and psychological cost of the events, and your choices in exploration and engagement influence both pacing and tension.
Tell me what's going on. Something important.
Mom, I'm scared.
Grace. They're coming.
Indiana Jones and the Great Circle brings the iconic adventurer to the Switch 2 in a cinematic action-adventure that balances exploration, puzzles, and high-stakes combat. Players step into Indy's shoes as he travels across diverse locales, from ancient temples and hidden pyramids to bustling urban centers, using his whip, wits, and a variety of tools to navigate hazards and outsmart foes. Gameplay combines environmental traversal, clever problem-solving, and dynamic encounters that reward timing and strategy, allowing multiple approaches to obstacles and confrontations. Story-wise, the narrative threads a globe-spanning quest, with Indy racing against rival forces while uncovering hidden secrets and ancient lore, creating tension without ever feeling forced. Level design encourages curiosity, offering hidden paths, optional challenges, and interactive set pieces that make each location feel alive. The game emphasizes pacing and immersion, blending quiet exploration with thrilling sequences that showcase both the character's ingenuity and adaptability. 007 First Light on Switch 2 offers a fresh origin story perspective on James Bond, blending stealth, gadgets, and cinematic action into a cohesive spy experience. Players take on the role of a young operative, navigating the early days of their 0-0 designation, moving between high-stakes infiltrations, social manipulation, and precise intelligence gathering. Core gameplay emphasizes choice. You can approach objectives with careful planning, using stealth, observation, and gadgets like hacking tools, distractions, and lockpicking devices, or shift into more direct action with gunplay, melee, and vehicular sequences. Environments are richly detailed, from urban streets to sprawling estates, with multiple paths, vantage points, and hidden opportunities that reward exploration and tactical thinking. The story gradually unfolds through mission objectives and character interactions, balancing personal stakes with global intrigue, without relying on exposition-heavy sequences. Subtle environmental cues, responsive AI, and dynamic sound design heighten tension, making every infiltration feel consequential.
Someone just tried to kill me.
Tell me you caught him.
INAZUMA 11, Victory Road continues the series' signature blend of soccer and RPG mechanics, putting players in the role of a rising protagonist, leading a new generation of athletes. Matches retain the series' over-the-top style, with hyper-technique moves that add flair and strategy beyond traditional soccer, requiring careful timing, positioning, and team coordination. Outside of the pitch, players recruit, train, and develop teammates, each with unique abilities and progression paths, creating opportunities to experiment with formations, synergies, and tactical approaches. The story focuses on personal growth, teamwork, and overcoming increasingly challenging tournaments, with rival teams and narrative arcs that deepen the sense of stakes without overwhelming the gameplay. The game also emphasizes exploration, side missions, and character interactions that enrich the world, giving context to the matches and building investment in the squad. Visually, the environments and animations retain a vibrant, anime-inspired style, with dynamic camera angles highlighting dramatic moments during games. The Duskbloods positions itself as a dark, multiplayer action experience, blending PvE combat with gothic, vampiric aesthetics. Players take on the role of powerful, blood-sworn warriors in a world where survival hinges on skill, strategy, and timing, facing both environmental hazards and rival players in contested arenas. Combat emphasizes precision and adaptability, with each character offering unique abilities and progression options that allow for varied playstyles, whether you favor stealth, aggressive offense, or tactical control of the battlefield. The environments are richly detailed, combining Gothic architecture, shadowy forests, and ruined cities that both challenge movement and reward exploration. While the core loop centers on conflict and mastery of combat mechanics, the game also integrates subtle world-building, narrative hints, and lore scattered across arenas, creating a sense of depth beyond the fights themselves. Dynamic encounters, environmental hazards, and interactive elements make each skirmish unpredictable, encouraging players to read situations and react on the fly.
Close your eyes and contemplate now the moon, as befits the soon-to-depart.
I pray that you are able, carrier of blood.
Terminator 2D No Fate brings the franchise into a side-scrolling action platformer for Switch and Switch 2, blending run-and-gun gameplay with strategic decision-making. Players navigate diverse, hazard-filled environments as resistance fighters, battling waves of mechanized enemies while managing limited resources and planning movement carefully. The game alternates between tense, fast-paced combat sequences and stealthier sections, rewarding both reflexes and tactical thinking. Levels are designed with multiple paths, hidden objectives, and branching routes, encouraging exploration and replayability, while key story beats unfold organically through mission objectives and environmental storytelling, giving players context without heavy exposition. Character abilities can be upgraded or adapted to suit different combat styles, from aggressive assault to cautious infiltration, adding layers of strategy to each encounter. Pixel art visuals capture the gritty, dystopian aesthetic of the Terminator universe, while dynamic backgrounds and enemy animations heighten the sense of urgency and scale. The Legend of Heroes Trails Beyond the Horizon continues the series' tradition of deep, character-driven JRPG storytelling while expanding exploration and tactical combat. Players follow a group of protagonists as they traverse diverse regions, from bustling cities to remote wilderness, uncovering political intrigue, personal struggles, and hidden secrets that shape the world around them. Combat retains its turn-based roots, but integrates new mechanics like strategic zone control, awakening abilities, and shard commands, allowing players to plan moves, chain combos, and manipulate enemy positioning for tactical advantage. Outside of battle, the game emphasizes exploration, side quests, and party management. Recruiting allies, customizing teams, and balancing character progression all influence both story outcomes and combat strategies. Environments are richly detailed, with interactive elements, hidden paths, and layered world building that encourage curiosity and reward careful observation.
Take this! You're a worthless piece of human waste! Payback time! So this is how you aim to kill a god. Alright, don't drop your guard, guys.
Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition on Switch 2 brings the post-apocalyptic Commonwealth to a portable platform, combining the base game with all major expansions and additional content for a comprehensive experience. Players assume the role of the sole survivor, navigating a world ravaged by nuclear war, where every decision, whether scavenging for resources, forming alliances, or shaping settlements, affects survival and the broader narrative. Gameplay blends open-world exploration, strategic combat, and character progression, while the crafting system allows for deep customization of weapons, armor, and bases. Settlement building introduces a layer of strategy, balancing defense, resource management, and community growth, while exploration encourages players to uncover hidden locations, side quests, and dynamic encounters. The Anniversary Edition also integrates new creation content, offering expanded missions, weapons, and mods that enhance replayability and experimentation. Visually and mechanically, the game retains the series' signature attention to detail, with environmental storytelling, weather effects, and ambient encounters that make the wasteland feel alive.
It's the end of the world, all over again. Let's go, pal.
Octopath Traveler 0 continues the series' HD 2D style, while introducing a fresh blend of strategic combat and town-building elements. Players take control of a customizable protagonist, tasked with rebuilding a fallen hometown, recruiting allies, and restoring the community to its former glory. The game's turn-based combat retains the familiar break and boost systems, but expands tactical depth by allowing party-wide skill sharing, flexible formations, and specialized path actions to interact with townsfolk or trigger unique effects during battles. Exploration remains central. From hidden caves to bustling settlements, players uncover secrets, recruit new characters, and gather resources that impact both combat and town progression. Story-wise, the narrative weaves personal character arcs into a larger saga, blending intimate moments with overarching mysteries tied to the realm of Orstera. The evolving town serves as a hub that reflects player choices and growth, giving a tangible sense of accomplishment.
With parties of up to 8 characters.
We're in this together. Please and thank you!
Time to teach you a lesson. Witness a tale of beginnings that unfolds across Orstera.
Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave delivers the series' signature tactical, turn-based combat, while introducing a fresh focus on a grand tournament that draws fighters from across the realm. Players command a roster of units, each with unique classes, abilities, and growth paths, across grid-based battlefields that emphasize positioning, terrain, and strategic synergies. Outside of combat, roster management, class upgrades, and relationship building between characters influence both battle performance and narrative development, adding layers of depth to every decision. The story unfolds from multiple perspectives, exploring themes of ambition, loyalty, and rivalry, while the outcomes of battles ripple across both personal arcs and larger political stakes. Visually, the game combines polished character models, expressive animations, and dynamic battlefield effects to make encounters feel impactful, whether in quiet tactical maneuvers or cinematic clashes. Fortune's Weave also encourages experimentation with party compositions and strategies, rewarding careful planning and adaptation to opponents' tactics.
I face it again. I must cull it with this blade. Face my full strength.
There's a man I hate so much that simply killing him will not satisfy me. For that reason,
Monster Hunter Stories 3 Twisted Reflection brings the Rider and Monstie formula into a sweeping new chapter, where fate, legacy, and monster bonds all intertwine. As a Rider in the Kingdom of Azuria, you hatch a remarkable egg that leads to twin Rathalos, an omen that unsettles long-standing tension with the neighboring land of Remake. Gameplay emphasizes the series' signature turn-based combat, but adds more dynamic traversal with monsties, nuanced exploration across wide regions, and enriched creature bonds that truly register in battles. Outside the fights, you'll scout monster lairs, form kinships, raise monsties, and tailor your team's skills and traits to fit your playstyle. The narrative weaves personal stakes into a broader panorama of kingdom tensions, environmental mystery, and ancient threads, giving every encounter a sense of purpose. Visually, the game adopts a vibrant, stylized look, both in character work and the world's design, fostering a sense of adventure without leaning on spectacle alone. With its blend of thoughtful mechanics, creature-driven strategy, and story that respects both small moments and large conflicts, Twisted Reflection promises a satisfying evolution of the story's subseries, for both longtime fans and newcomers.
Let's go.
Metroid Prime 4 Beyond returns the series' signature first-person action-adventure formula, placing the legendary bounty hunter Samus Aran on a mysterious alien world, where ancient ruins and hostile terrain stand between her and escape. The gameplay emphasizes atmospheric exploration, scanning environments, piecing together lore, and unlocking traversal tools that open new paths, while also layering in finely tuned combat against alien adversaries. The world design blends open areas with tighter corridors, creating a rhythm of tension and discovery. On the Switch 2 version especially, enhancements like a mouse mode for Joy-Con aiming and selectable graphics modes, for example higher frame rate, or higher resolution, underline a commitment to precision and immersion. The story begins with Samus stranded on the planet Vuros, compelled to unravel its secrets and contend with a formidable rival. What stands out is how these narrative and gameplay elements are intertwined. Every new ability not only shifts how you approach combat, but also reshapes how you explore. The feel is both familiar to longtime fans of the Prime series and refreshed in its execution, making Beyond a title that blends thoughtful design, high-stakes alien encounters, and satisfying player discovery. Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. This remake takes the beloved JRPG and resculpts it into a version designed for both longtime fans and newcomers. You begin your adventure on a quiet island, feeling the stir of fate when you discover that your secluded life is just one piece of a much larger world. The core gameplay loop blends exploration of vibrant towns, restored lands, and time-shifting portals with turn-based battles that retain the series' classic feel. while adding modernized mechanics like dual vocational perks and visible enemies in the overworld. Diving into the past and restoring lost epochs becomes a meaningful part of the journey. You'll see direct consequences of your actions in both eras. The visual style upgrades the diorama presentation and reshapes environments so each region feels alive, from forest glades to ancient ruins. Vocations, jobs, remain central, letting you tailor character growth and experiment with class combinations that influence battles and strategy. And while the story unfolds through episodic arcs, it remains tightly connected to a larger mystery that rewards curiosity and persistence. And there you have it, the top 25 most anticipated Nintendo Switch and Switch 2 games coming in 2025 and 2026. These are the games that could define the next few years of Nintendo gaming. Which one are you most hyped for? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to SwitchTop for all your Nintendo gaming news and countdowns. Until next time,